another wonderful WrestleRoni for me and for you. I'm being joined by two of the very few men that'll agree to even come on this podcast anymore. I'm a hated man and I fucking love it. We got Gideon Hark. We got the one and only, you still APW American Heavyweight Champion? Of course you are. Of course you are. What a fucking stupid question. Jeff Paul's here. How we doing, fellas?
Oh, living the dream, bro. Living the dream. Bet yourself.
Oh, man. Living it up. Living it up, Buttercup. I promise you that. Oh, man. We got a lot to discuss today. It's been a shit show, fellas, and we all know about shit shows. We got 3 shit show experts on the panel today. Jeff Paul, I'm going to start with you, man, because I know you got a lot to say. You got a few years on the both of us in the business as far as experience. You've been in some locker rooms and stuff. Jeff, where did it all go wrong? I've got my opinions. I know Gideon Hark.
Well, I'll start from the beginning, and I'll just walk through from what I can tell how the events transpired. So you've got some guys out there having a time or whatever, drinking, carrying on, which, despite what people will say in Facebook land or try to be politically correct, that happens at several shows. I've been a part of several shows like that. Not saying I agree or disagree with it, but if you think the boys don't have a cooler of beer somewhere in the locker room or at their cars, drinking, smoking pot, having a good time, then you're wrong. Again, not all promotions, okay? But the rule with mine is I always try to say, guys, I don't care what you do after the show, but be professional during the show. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Anyway, so as far as him hitting him with the beer can, okay, to me that looked like a work hit. I mean, it looked like to me he hit his own hand with the beer can.
Okay.
Regardless, the guy obviously felt disrespected, and he probably should. If you don't know the dude and you're just assuming he's a worker, some kid you're going to rib, whatever. Mm-hmm. He obviously wasn't, and he didn't like it. So I guess after that transpired, now let me go back real quick.
Okay.
If he slammed the dude right then and there and started hitting him, I probably wouldn't have blamed him. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, whatever. Mm-hmm. I would expect the idiot sitting around to break it up, but, you know, he'd probably slam him, get a couple shots off, it's broke up, boom. Mm-hmm. We're not talking about it today. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So anyway, so then they apologize, and I mean, to me, the apology looked sincere from the guy. Mm-hmm. The Stu guy looked sincere in the apology. You know what I'm saying? He was man enough to apologize, and it looked like Jackson accepted the apology. I mean, that's the thing. It looked like they shook hands, squashed it, whatever.
But
well, then you have, I guess, this indie fuck backstage saying, you know, give him a receipt, give him a receipt. And just so we know, I'm an indie fuck too, but I'm a good indie fuck. He's sitting there hyping him up, dude. Give him a receipt. Well, here's what a receipt is for you idiots that don't know. A receipt is if you and I are working in the ring and you stiff me and I stiff you back. Mm-hmm. That's a receipt. It's not a premeditated assault. Like, you don't sit there and, you know, wait hours to do it.
Right.
So, to the actual incident when it goes down, he gets in there, he slams him. Okay, that probably, I mean, could go either way. He could say, I just didn't know how to do a work slam, or, you know, I legit slammed him. Mm-hmm. Okay, he gets 2 shots. If this is an MMA contest, dude, if he's fighting the UFC like his dad, if his dad slams somebody and the guy's out cold, you're going to get 2 or 3 hits, and then fucking Earl Hebner's going to pull you off.
Yep.
And that's it. That's the end of the fight, dude. The fight is over. You're the winner, whatever. This dude hit him 20-some times, man.
Boom, boom.
And,
boom.
I mean, it's to the point where you're pretty much beating a corpse at that point, dude.
Yeah.
Like, there's no defense. He's not fighting back. And the big thing I have is, first off, the referee's a bitch. I mean, I think everybody knows that. Like, yeah, the referee was useless. Totally useless. Mm-hmm. The idiot in the face paint that come out of somebody's backyard, he was dooless. I mean, he attempted to pull him off, but then was like, oh, shit, I'm a bitch. Let me just keep beating the fuck out of this guy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, the hero of the night's to do with the dreadlocks, dude, because he pretty much saved that guy's life. Mm-hmm. He saved that guy's life. And I saw a video from a different angle where when he had him in the corner, not only did he throw a headbutt, he was actually throwing some haymakers, dude. So the guy has had some kind of training, you know what I mean, some kind of shoot fighting training of some sort. I will say this: if that was me or any of the other guys on here, probably any other guys in my freaking state that did that, we would have been in custody before the event even cleared out. So why they've not arrested this asshole, dude, I don't understand, because you put this in front of a jury. You've got him on live stream saying what he's going to do. You've got him after saying, you know, I'm tired of people treating me like this. So he's admitting he knows what he done and has zero remorse about it. And I mean, he's sitting there telling you, hey, I'm going to go in here and beat the hell out of this guy for real. Like, that's a confess. Like, you show me a defense attorney that could take this. You know what I'm saying? Take this and run with it. Like, you show me who wants to represent that guy in court, dude. Because right now, what he should be worried about is not if he's going to jail, it's how long. And his dad should be worried about how much money it will cost to try to save this kid from going to jail. But I'm telling you, dude, like, I don't see how you justify it. The minimum you're looking at is malicious assault, dude. Malicious wound. Like, that's the minimum. But, I mean, at what point does it become attempted murder? Because you're actually, I mean, after the 17th unprotected shot, at what point, what are you trying to do here?
Yeah.
Because the guy's not fighting back. The guy's pretty much dead. I mean, at that point, he's choking on his teeth. He's spitting blood. And then you got a fucking idiot, dude, that comes in there and pins the guy while he's dying in the ring. Pins the guy, and the fucking ref counts. The same ref that couldn't break up the fight counts a 3 count on the guy, dude, after he throws up the X.
Yeah.
Anybody in the business, dude, that's day one shit. When you see this, it's over. It's over. There is no getting your shit in. There's no pinning. There's no taking it home. When you see this, it's over. The dude throws up the X 3 times and then counts to 3 for the pin.
Yeah.
And that could have been, dude, those 3 seconds could have been life or death for that guy, dude. Yeah. And you're sitting there trying to still get your shitty ass, fat, fucking sloppy self over when this guy's sitting there dying in the ring, dude. Like, and then to say that, you know, this is one of the programs that, or organizations that WWE has an ID tag on, dude.
No longer. As of yesterday, that shit's done.
Of course, because that's how it works, dude. That's how it works. I'll associate with shit until flies start to get around it, and then I'm getting away from it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they do. So, like, and, you know, but don't have a beard or long hair. They'll tell you to cut that shit. But, you know, just beat the fuck out of people. You'll be okay.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just, and think about this, dude. Nobody's talking about this. How shitty of a promotion you must have that the son of Rampage Jackson is your headliner, dude. That's your guest of honor. Like, how shitty of a promotion you must have that the son, not the actual UFC legend himself, his son is the headliner. And it'd be like me booking fucking David Flair, dude, and saying he's our headliner, dude. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and to add to that point, you know yourself, like, I've been shitting all over West Virginia wrestling lately. PWL and APW excluded, I promise you that. But I don't see any promotions in West Virginia letting Spooky Lou live stream backstage. A few have let me shoot some, you know, vlog footage backstage and everything, but see the guys going over their matches and this and that. I've got plenty I'll add to that, but just that's something nobody's talking about. This guy got to stream everything backstage. I mean, and I Show Speed did it at the Rumble, but I'm sure WWE was very protective, and at the same time they're putting shit on Netflix.
Well, but was they really? Because they're putting it on Netflix.
There you go.
Dude.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole
was he actually advertised as being there?
I don't know.
Was he on the card?
I don't know, because nobody's heard of this shit show until, you know, this.
So even if he wasn't booked, dude, why the fuck did they allow him in the locker room around the boys and, you know, back there?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the problem a lot of places, dude. Do you know how many people get mad at me because I tell them they can't have their wife and kids walking around the locker room, dude? Mm-hmm. And, I mean, I won't say her name just because I'm probably going to end up suing her stupid ass because she's always bashing me on Facebook. But years ago, dude, this woman of the worker, and I use the term worker very loosely, would just always come in our locker room, dude, would never buy a ticket, would just like, and I finally said, hey, yo, you can't be back here. This is for workers. So she's held like a 4-year grudge because I told her that. So cool, whatever. I've got an 11-year-old daughter that can whoop your ass and your husband's ass, and that's a shoot. But anyway, that's besides the point. It's just one of those things, dude, where, like, and I tell everybody this, dude, I'm so, like, I should be, like, 80 years old right now on my deathbed, bro, spiritual. Like, I'm living in the wrong generation, dude. Like, I should be ready. Like, I should be in my, like, late 70s, early 80s, like, smoking a J, about to, just, go away for, like, forever. But I'm stuck in this generation of social media, and everything's got to be live streamed. Everything's got to be, and it's like another thing, dude. Why have we got to where in the business we depend on outside talent to sell you tickets to a wrestling show or to get your product over?
Yeah.
Yes, in WrestleMania they did do Mr. T and Cyndi Lauper and stuff, but they weren't actually involving them in the matches and stuff, dude. Like, because they weren't trained. I mean, Mr. T trained to have his match, dude. But now you're seeing Jelly Roll, as much as I hate the idea, trained to have his match, dude. Mm-hmm. Like, now you're just letting anybody hop in the ring. Yeah, just bump him a few times, man. It's just a work. You can't get hurt, right? Well, if somebody doesn't know how to work, they're going to shoot on them.
And what about the guys that are trained, that are really good, that could do well in that spot and benefit from it? That's my thing.
Right.
The thing is, dude, back in the day, like, you never had to freaking bring somebody else in because the people wanted to see Hulk Hogan. Mm-hmm. You never had to bring somebody else in because people wanted to see the Von Erichs. You never had to bring somebody else in because people wanted to see Ric Flair. They were the stars, dude. You know what I mean? Because they were made stars. Andre the Giant was an attraction. He was a star. Now, dude, if Andre Giant was alive today, I don't even know if he'd be on the main roster, dude. And I'm being serious. If you really break it down, I don't know if Andre the Giant would be on the main roster, dude. My God, I mean, look what they're doing with Omis or whatever, man. Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying that's totally going down a different thing. But what I'm saying is everything has changed so much over the years, dude. Like, they used to really protect the business. If that would have happened 30 years ago, dude, we wouldn't be talking about it because it wouldn't have been recorded. Mm-hmm. They would have just beat the fuck out of that guy and protected the other worker, dude. The locker room would have emptied immediately, dude. But you got to think too, man, in this business right now, we are allowing anybody in, dude. We're letting people that couldn't burst a grape in a fruit fight in the wrestling ring.
Easy now, Jeff.
Exactly.
Easy. I feel attacked.
But you're not in the ring doing the stuff, dude. You know your place, and you're good at what you do. Okay. But the problem now is, dude, a cameraman can't be the cameraman. The announcer can't be the announcer. The ref can't be the ref. The manager can't be the manager. Everybody wants more, dude. Everybody wants more. But they sure as hell don't want to work for it, dude. They won't travel farther than 30 minutes. They won't fucking work out. They won't do anything, dude. They won't get gear. But they want to be the star of the show, dude. With very little. It's like everybody gets a participation trophy, dude. Just show up. You can wrestle. Have fun, whatever. And like I said, dude, I'm just in the wrong. We're talking about a business that used to break people's limbs, dude, their first day of training. Mm-hmm. And if you came back, they would train you.
Right.
Could you imagine now, dude, if somebody got a broken bone while training? They'd shut the whole place down. Yeah. And the trainer would be blackballed for life. I mean, that's where we're at now. So, but the reason I'm saying all this, it all ties together. That's why this happened, dude. Because would you allow somebody, if you're at a bar with your friend, dude, and somebody's standing over my friend fucking pummeling them, I'm going to jump in, dude.
Mm-hmm. Your brother.
And you may whoop my ass. Dude, I'm sure if I was there, the Jackson kid probably could have fucking shot my leg down and whooped my ass, dude. But he would have known he was in a fucking fight, dude. Because at that point, I've just watched you kill somebody supposed to be like a brother to me, dude. Because we're all supposed to be brotherhood. That gets thrown around. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You just tried to kill this man. And now, you're going to have to kill me. Because, I mean, dude, I don't even care if the ref would have just laid over top the guy and protected his face from taking unprotected shots. Yeah. do something, bro. Don't sit there and watch this guy get the crap. I mean, and dude, it's so uncomfortable. I mean, honestly, dude, I'm not some little bitch or whatever. I watch, but it was like watching a horror movie, dude. I mean, it really was like watching a horror movie. I mean, malicious, dude.
Yep. You're exactly right. I agree 100%.
So, I mean, it's just, and dude, I've had problems with people, dude. We've talked about it before. I've had problems. There's one guy still to this day, dude, that I've had problems with, and if I see him again, we'll probably have more problems. But guess what? I'm not going to stand over him and beat him to a pulp, dude. I'm going to challenge him to a fight and say, let's go outside and let's handle this like men. Right. Boom. And then whatever happens, happens. But there's got to be a limit, dude. When that line's crossed, there's a time to stop, dude. Like, I've fought people before, man, and when they go limp, I stop, dude. Like, that's it. It's over. You know what I'm saying?
That's my thing, yeah. You're exactly right. Well,
and how could you hate this guy so much that you just met, dude?
Yeah.
That shows the guy's got a screw loose. Like, you were willing to kill this guy.
But he had a concussion a couple days ago, Jeff. He wasn't in his right mind.
Let me tell you the problem with that guy is, dude. His whole fucking life.
Okay.
His whole life, his dad
sorry, bro.
His whole life, his dad's bailed him out of all his bad decisions, dude. He's always had daddy to bail him out. He's never going to be the fighter his daddy was because he's way undersized. So then he comes into the professional wrestling business. It's supposed to be sacred ground, dude. That's the word. All is sacred. And he runs the fucking locker room, dude.
Yep.
Like, he comes in and he pretty much says, dude, and this is what I took from everything. Every single one of y'all here, with the exception of the dude with the dreadlocks, is a bitch. From the promoter to the cameraman to the other workers. Because I just came into your house, beat the living piss out of one of your guys, a champion at that, dude, and you guys didn't do shit. He walked out on his own, dude. He left your guy laying choking on blood and teeth, and he was allowed to leave that building, dude, untouched. And then when he's walking down the road, pretty much, my bad, bro. When he's walking down the road bragging about what he's doing, and then the other little goof with the face paint comes out, says something slick, and the guy's like, "What's up?" And he just gets the fuck back, like, "Bro, don't act hard now. Where was that energy when he was beating the piss out of your guy, dude?"
Yeah.
And now you're going to confront him on the street? He really will beat the hell out of you out there. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Well, you definitely put a few words in on it, Jeff, and I can't. The only thing I disagree with, maybe the cameraman shouldn't have got involved. I've been in situations where shoot fights broke out, and I just stood back and watched it happen.
I'm talking about him filming the guy saying, "Give me a receipt," like instigating the shit. And his guy, and I'm talking about his personal cameraman too, that's kicking or live streaming or whatever. You're sitting there encouraging that behavior.
Right.
Like, man, go in here and fuck this professional wrestler that doesn't have a shoot fighting background up. You know what I'm saying? That sounds like a great idea.
And that's another thing. That kick platform's just straight debauchery all day. That's where everybody goes when they get kicked off Twitch or YouTube. But I know Gideon's got plenty to say, so I'm going to segue to you. I know you know plenty about shoot fights and tough guys with everything going on in Aussie land, so give me your 2 cents on this mess.
No, this is beyond the scope of a fucking shoot fight here, man. I had to go back and watch and take notes. There's that much shit going on here, Like, it starts, they're backstage and Syko Stu goes up to him. They fucking have a bit of a confrontation. He hits him with the beer can. It was clearly didn't hurt, Like, he was standing there copping it sweet. Fair enough, it might have pissed you off. It might have embarrassed you because your daddy's a big fighter. Yeah, all right. But then they fucking said sorry. They made up. They fucking shook hands, bro. And they're like, "Oh, yeah, no, it's all cool. It's all cool." Like, and then they're like, the fucking brain trust behind fucking Knox Pro Wrestling's like, "We can turn this into an angle." What fucking angle, bro? You're backstage. There's no crowd seeing it, man. You shook hands. You're not selling a single extra fucking ticket that night to shit. You know what I mean? You got to let some fucking kick stream and walk around backstage. Like, they're all fucking, all they were doing. Like, I had to fucking take notes on the stuff they were saying. It was so ridiculous. That's right. That's like, no. He isn't a worker. We're always working. All they were doing was just trying to sound cool to Rampage Jackson's kid by saying terms like working. And it was the most autistic shit I've ever fucking seen. They should have said, hey, fucking back the fuck off, bro. You don't fucking work here, man. Get the fuck out now if you're going to, you know what I mean? Like, they should have seen it coming there, man. And then he's sitting down at ringside in the fucking, no, before that, you got this fucking Brokeback Mountain understudy looking cunt fucking telling him he can go get his receipt and shit. Like, he's not even a part of the fucking show. He's not a worker. He's a fucking YouTuber or something with a fucking rich dad, bro. You know what I mean? Like, he's sitting there in the chat telling the fucking crowd the whole time, as soon as I get in this ring, I'm going to hit this guy so many times that I'm going to hit this guy as many times as I can until they pull me off. You know what I mean? He's saying this shit to his fucking chat, bro.
Right.
And he gets in the ring. He fucking beats the fuck out of a guy who's just had a match, man, from behind, just fucking starts laying it in. 22 hits to the fucking head. He was knocked out on the first one, bro. You got 10 fucking little fuckwits standing around holding their cocks while a guy's getting murdered in front of him. Every single one of those little dipshits should be fired on the fucking spot, not for just making professional wrestling look weak, but for, like, letting one of their men fucking die in front of him, standing around going, I don't know what to do. Fucking gangbash the cunt. There's 10 of you, man. There's 10 of you, man. Like, you know what I mean? That's a fucking joke. And then, like Jeff said, they let him walk away, and then they start getting hard, man, while he's walking up the street. I'm not a bitch, all right? Like, the most bitch thing you can fucking do isn't just dog shot a cunt in the fucking head 25 times. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And, like, you go on the net and all these people are saying, it gets better. Was it fucking... I can't even remember. Who was the fucking promoter that cleared this shit? You know, like, and then the guy fucking, you'd think it'd be a DQ anyway. Let's say it's still a wrestling match. That's a fucking DQ. You get in the ring and beat a cunt to death. He fucking gets covered and he not only loses his teeth, he's fucking near life. He loses the match, bro. It should be a DQ. So they don't even know the rules of their own fucking wrestling match.
That's what blew my mind, bro.
Yeah, or at least stop the match and stop it.
It's a fucking joke, bro.
Yeah.
It's not
but stop it, man. They threw the X up, you know?
Like, the guy just got the living fuck beat out of him, dude, and the match is still going on.
Yeah. By a guy that wasn't in the fucking match.
Yeah. And then you got Rampage Jackson, and he's fucking making videos going, all he gives a fuck about is that his son got kicked off kick.
Yeah.
He mentions it like 30 fucking times, bro.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and then he's like, but yeah, I also feel bad for Psychos too, you know. Shouldn't have happened, but oh, geez, my son's going through it. He got kicked off his streaming platform. Like, what a fucking bunch of wankers, man, you know? Like, yeah, fucking hope he should do time. But, like, how are they going to defend that, right? It's real blurry line because it's wrestling. Yeah, so all I have to say is it was a work. You know, that's all I have to fucking say. And, like, it's going to be a hard fucking thing to prove in court so he doesn't do time. This shit's happened before. And they always fucking walk because of the wrestling's always blurred that line between, you know, what's real and what's not. So when you take that to a court, throw that up in front of a jury, it only has to be reasonable doubt. Remember, you don't have to prove innocence, just have to prove reasonable doubt. So he's going to throw that fucking reasonable doubt at any jury. They're going to go, oh, fuck, it could be. You know, it's a fucking joke. Like, he should do fucking time. He's not going to do a second because he's got a rich dad and he's going to have the best defense. Like, and that defense works every fucking time in court. Mm-hmm. So it's a fucking joke. But, yeah, oh, man, yeah, sorry, bro. I'm getting worked up. Fuck it.
I think
it was the most fucking disgusting thing I've ever seen, bro. And just, oh, man, all those guys standing around their fucking cocks in their hair, man. Because they're like, the whole fucking, every single cunt on that roster would weigh about 200 kilos put together, bro, you know? Like, get a bigger fucking roster. Like, hire some real fucking men. Yeah. Get a bunch of little boys standing around.
He said it, dude. People's paying money to see those motherfuckers, Derek. That's what or Spooky Loose, sorry. Yeah. That's what I don't understand.
Yeah, like wrestling used to be a fucking character-driven business, man. It was about characters. It was about, like, your Andres, your Hulk Hogan's, your Stone Colds, a fucking character, man. Now it's about, because all these people aren't wrestling fans anymore. They're not fans of, you know, when I was a kid, I was like, I fucking love me some Stone Cold or some Booker T or whatever was going on, you know. I was into the character. Now, everyone's just fucking reading the dirt sheets, and that's how they're fans. They're not fans of the characters. They're fans of, I have so much knowledge of the inside of the business that I can talk to you in terms like wrestlers do. I know what kayfabe means. I know what a mark is. I know what working is, dude. Oh, man. Do you know what it means when they got color? I do. Like, that's what a wrestling fan is now. They don't give a fuck about the character. They don't give a fuck about the work you put in. You know what I mean? They just fucking, that's why this fucking kick dickhead was like, they were treating him like a god because like, oh, he's got so much internet clout. He's going to do big things for us. He fucking will not. He's a fucking kick stream that a bunch of 10-year-old girls watch. Man, like, you're not going to get his crowd at your fucking shows anyway. What's he doing there? Well, just fucking, anyway.
No, you're right.
Yeah, sorry, bro.
And I hate to throw shit at Syko Stu because, okay, fucked up what happened, and I do wish the guy speedy recovery. He's a former veteran suffering PTSD. But, let's pretend Rampage's son, Aja, whatever the fuck his name is, fucking idiot. Let's pretend he is a worker. Let's pretend he is. Jeff, first time this guy's in your locker room, are you going to hit him in the head with a can? Even if there's a camera rolling, you don't know the guy, you're just going to hit him in the head with a fucking can? Is that how we're fucking living now?
No, and I think that's a result of they probably allowed that behavior at that promotion to go on like that for so long. Because, I mean, if you're that comfortable doing that to somebody, it's not the first time you've done it, dude. So probably what it is, that's probably his thing. He does that to the Greenhorns. Nobody until then had busted him in the mouth for it, and he continued to do it. And nobody in the locker room had enough balls to say, hey, don't fuck with the Greenhorns or don't fuck with people. Like, don't be a bully, whatever, boom, boom, boom. And then, and it's a blurred line too, dude, because like I said, I'm not so sure if somebody does that to me, I know what I'm doing right off the bat. But I'm not going to let 2 hours go by and then beat him lifeless, dude, especially after he apologizes.
That's another thing. If it's a street fight, if I'm fighting somebody in the street, if they go down and they're out, I win. I'm not going to try to.
If he done that, dude, if he done that, I would have snuck him. Well, not snuck him because he knew what was coming, but I would have beat his ass right there, and then we probably would have apologized. I probably would have just left the show at that point and be like, I don't want to be here anymore or whatever. You know what I mean? Or I would have went and watched the show and enjoyed the show. But you can't, dude, you can't sit there and premeditate what you're going to do, dude.
And I think the dumbest shit of all of it's this AJ promoter encouraging the guy, well, go in there and get your licks in.
Is that the gay cowboy?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
And now he's trying to play victim, dude. And I don't understand his point of view where he's trying to victimize himself because, like, dude, that was somebody you considered a friend.
Yeah.
And you encouraged that. And you need to know, if you're a worker, you need to know your terminology. At that point, that would not have been a receipt because a receipt is something that happens during the match. Like I said, you stiff me, I stiff you. There's your receipt. You don't give 22 shots to an unconscious man as a receipt. Like, that's not a receipt. Right. That's assault, dude. And, two, dude, I mean, like, I think, honest to God, dude, when the Stu guy did the beer can thing, I think the Raja guy kind of sized him up. Was like, this is a big dude. Yeah, I mean, I may have my work cut out for me. I mean, and that's just me, dude. I know he's trained, but I think, like, he probably crossed his mind, like, if I jump on this guy right now, he may beat my ass. You know what I mean?
Right.
So he waits until he's got his back turned, dude, to go in, slam him, and start beating the hell out of him unconscious. But I would have liked to see. I would have liked to see them. If you're going to go that way and you think he was disrespected, y'all should have did it head up, face to face, 1-on-1, boom, boom. You know what I mean? Whatever happens there, it's done. You know what I'm saying? But you just can't sit there, dude, and, I mean, premeditate something for hours.
Yeah. And
then say what you're going to do and then go do it. And like I said, the whole promotion, I mean, could have handled things differently. But some of the defenses I've seen do, like trying to justify it, was the beer can thing. That's a lot of people's going towards. And you can't use that to justify it, dude, because had he done it right then and there, then it probably would be, you'd be like, well, he probably took it a little overboard, but the dude did him at the beer can. Now it's like, you can't say you acted in rage because you apologized to the guy, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like if me and you have heat and you come to me in the locker room and apologize to me, I say we're cool, and then I sucker punch you at the next show, dude. Yeah. I mean, like...
That's not a receipt.
Nope.
it would be so confusing too, dude. Like, damn, you just said we were cool. And I'm sure when the guy came to or whatever, if he can remember any, which I doubt it, he'd probably like, well, damn, I apologize to that kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't think it was that bad. Dude, people's done a lot worse and got away with it than hitting somebody over a work hit with a beer can.
Yep.
And it's obviously disrespectful, and it was most likely intended to be disrespectful. But like I said, you would not be comfortable, dude. I know this as a promoter and as a worker. I would not be comfortable doing that to somebody if that behavior hadn't been accepted in the past.
Right on.
So that's obviously been allowed to happen, dude. Like, I would not go up tonight to TV tapings and go up to a kid and hit him with a beer can. You know why? Because number one, I don't drink. Number two is, I know that Joe has a strict rule about not having alcohol or drugs in the locker room. Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to have access to alcohol to hit somebody with. I wouldn't do that shit anyway, dude, because what's that do for me? Oh, you're bullying the fucking, the greenhorn or whatever. And you know how I feel about how the greenhorns get treated anyway, dude. I mean, I think if you got to treat the greenhorn like shit, you've probably not ever done shit. Or, a lot of these guys have no interest in actually making the business better. I will say I think the guy probably just was trying to be cute and impress his friends, which is a fucked up way to do it. But, again, the whole incident is avoided, dude, if you don't have somebody that's not a worker in the locker room.
Yep.
The whole incident's avoided, dude.
Makes sense.
And if that wants to be your guest of honor or whatever, interview him at ringside. Mm-hmm. Or bring him in the ring at intermission for pictures. Don't have him do anything physical, dude, because he's not a trained wrestler.
Yeah.
I wasn't even doing any good because fucking he was streaming the whole time about being at the fake wrestling show. Rampage Jackson's there ringing his son going, oh, are you really at a show with a bunch of men in tights, you little gay cunt and stuff? Like, they were just taking the piss anyway. Like, well, it was bringing no fucking attention, no money, no tickets, no nothing. But yeah, Syko Stu probably shouldn't have gotten drunk and tried to hit a guy.
What's funny is when Rampage was broke, dude, he was in Impact.
I remember him being in
the
TNA.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So...
And it's another one of those, what can wrestling do for me, not what can I do for wrestling. So,
and I'm so torn, dude. Like, I really, truly wanted to take Rampage aside and be like, well, he's not responsible for his son's actions. You know what I mean? Like, if he would have come out and been like, my son deserves to pay for what he's done, that was fucked up, whatever, I'd be like, yeah, you're not responsible for your kid's actions. But he has deflected everything, dude, and tried to spin everything. It's the promotion's fault. It's this guy's fault.
People are racist.
It's your son's fault, dude, because your son's an asshole, man. Your son's an entitled asshole. And he has an MMA record of 1-1. And he went to a wrestling show and beat the fuck out of a wrestler with zero MMA experience. And he had to do it from behind at that, dude.
And you know what's really shitty? This is the most coverage wrestling's gotten all year. It's terrible, on all this. Dude. Yeah.
And I tell everybody this, man, and it happens a lot to me in my hometown. Like, we already have that stereotype of, oh, he's just a fake wrestler. You know what I mean? Or that shit's fake. He couldn't handle this guy, or he couldn't do a real fight. Which sucks for me, dude, because before wrestling, I did a lot of shoot fighting. I'm not an MMA trained fighter. I did a lot of street fighting at bars and other stupid shit that I probably shouldn't have done. But, I mean, dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have been in plenty of fights. I went to jail for fighting. Like, it's not a big deal. I mean, I can handle my own if I need to, dude. And so when people stereotype us as a whole, but why wouldn't they? Again, why would they not, dude? Think about that. This guy walked into a locker room arena full of wrestlers. It's like somebody walking into your home, dude, and beating the fuck out of your whole family and then walking out. Like, I just beat this guy's whole family. Now I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So why wouldn't we be the joke? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Get in.
And I'm just going to go ahead and say it, dude. And I know I'll catch heat for this. And I probably will see him at conventions. He'll never see this. But if he does and has a problem with it, dude, he can probably most likely whoop my ass. But it's how I feel. Fuck Mark Henry for his view on everything, too, dude.
What'd he say?
I'll say that to his face. Because he's sitting there blaming the whole thing on Stu, dude. Every single part of it's Stu's fault for the beer can thing. Every single thing's his fault. And they even gave him a chance. They gave it a couple days for him to, retract his statement, and he doubled down on it.
I've had beef with Mark Henry since probably 06, 07, 03 because he used to always make me fall asleep during SmackDown. So I hate him.
Well, and dude, I mean, this is the same guy that was crying because they ribbed him. They didn't send out an opponent. They sent him when the arena was empty, and they sent him out. I mean, he's the same guy that was freaking crying. The guy cries at the drop of a hat, dude. Whatever. It sucks because, I used to like him. But this ain't the first time he's taken the wrong guy's side. So my opinion on him is fuck him.
Fuck Mark Henry. Gideon Hark, what you got to add to this? What you got to add? If you saw any shoot fights in your day, if you had any outsiders in the locker room from personal experience, what do you know?
Well, fucking, one thing I could say is if there ever was an outsider backstage, man, like, no one's going up and fucking hitting him with the beer can, worked or not. Like, It's just, what's the fucking point, like, why? Like, that's not entertainment. Like, why the fuck are you out the back in your dressing room, your car park, wherever you're getting dressed, fucking doing that shit, to what? To the audience of his fucking kick stream. It's going to get you fucking nothing. You know what I mean? You're just fucking exposing the business, if anything. But, like, it's fucking clearly attempted murder, man. Like, doesn't matter a beer can. Let's just take wrestling out of it, man, right? Just take wrestling out of it. Someone hits you in the head with the beer can, and then you knock him out. Yeah, right? That's called self-defense. You knock a guy out, get on top of him, and then fucking knock his teeth down his throat so he's choking on his own blood, man. That's attempted murder in anyone's book. It's beyond self-defense. It was pure fucking premeditated dog shot, and he did it from behind, too, the little... He couldn't even fucking... It's like the whole thing's so fucking beyond violent. Like, anybody that's making excuses for this shit just because they're on the fucking Rampage Jackson fame train is fucking blind. I've seen people saying on the net, nah, it was a worked can and stuff too.
What the fuck is a worked can? Like them worked steel chairs.
Dude, who consents to broken bones and teeth, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, this shit was not a fucking work from, people are trying to paint the whole thing as, it's just part of the show. Like, oh yeah, like he's hitting him, but he's not really connecting. Are you fucking kidding me? He's got his teeth down his fucking throat right now. Nah, mate, it's all fake.
Last I checked, he raised $130,000 on GoFundMe, bro. So it's obviously not a work because that would be receiving money under false pretenses. So it's obviously the argument's not a work. You can't raise money like that amount, 6 figures under false pretenses. The dude's legit in the hospital.
Yeah.
The dude came very close to dying. A couple more hits. And he's dead, dude, because your face can only handle so much, dude. Yep. Your teeth can only handle so much.
And the assaulter is still walking the streets a free man.
Well, that's because it's in California, dude, and everybody gets a slap on the wrist in California.
I think they have to wait for Syko Stu to make a statement on it too. It all kind of depends on what he wakes up and tells the cops, So if he tells the cops, like if someone approaches him with a bit of money and says, tell the cops it was all the work, then, it's all going to go away. Like, it's going to be very interesting to see whether he's going to stand on his own 2 feet and this motherfucker's a piece of shit, or he's going to, take some of that Jackson family money. I don't know.
You can't blame him for taking it,
Hey, dude, I think, honestly, man, I think a lot of people's giving Rampage too much credit, dude. Realistically, Rampage Jackson probably has a net worth of $5 million. Which seems like a lot, dude. But if you think about that fact that that's got to do him the rest of his life, and he has to put money aside, and this is from his own words, dude. He has to put money aside for his kids' bonds because they didn't go to college. That's his own words. He did an interview like that a couple weeks ago and said he put money to the side for his kids because they didn't go to college and don't need bail money. That was his own freaking words, dude, on an interview. So if you think, because who's going to hire his son now, bro? Will the UFC give his son a fight? Hell no. Will bare knuckle? No MMA promotion. Well, from my understanding, he's going to lose his MMA license anyway, dude. I mean, his athletic commission's going to pull his license as they should, dude. And a good prosecuting attorney would eat this case alive, man. They would eat it alive.
Yeah.
Good when you cross-examine him, dude.
Yeah. Sorry, bro.
What fucks him, dude, is the before and after. Not even the actual thing. The actual thing's bad enough. But it goes down the window when you say it's a work, when you're sitting there telling them what you're going to do. And then when you're walking away, You've got the guy's blood on your shirt, and the guy's calling you on the phone. Dude, he's flatlining. And all you can say is, well, my bad. You know what I mean? Not, oh, shit, or whatever.
Yeah, that's another thing. I think he's a shitty human. He's a very shitty person, regardless.
He's done blamed his cameraman, dude. Like, it's everybody's fault but his own,
Unfortunately, this shit is really good for business, right? Like, the next Knox Pro show is going to be fucking packed to the rafters because of this shit. There's like a famous thing that promoters say, like, the best thing you can do for business is die in the ring. Okay. Unfortunately, like, the reality is, like, the most over cunt in pro wrestling right now is Rajah Jackson, you know?
So, I don't know. Both sides of it, dude. But me personally, I would not take my fucking kids to that show where they're allowing people to be beat half to death in the ring. And the whole thing, dude, I'm not taking my kids. But I'm not going to take my kids.
Thousands of people will now.
Unless you fire your entire roster and get legit guys. Because now you run into this issue. Okay, I'm paying a ticket to come watch you, but I already know you're a little bitch because you let your guy get beat to death in the ring.
And
so why would I pay to believe anything you do? Like, you're not doing anything believable because I know you're a bitch.
What if a few guys get together? Hey, these guys are pussies. Let's have a few drinks, go down to the wrestling show, jump the barricade, and fuck them up.
Yeah, I mean... That's what you're going to run into now, dude. There's a lot of copycats.
Yeah.
Because there is people out there that'll do that just for the clout and the fame. And that's why I always tell you, dude, I always have been adamant about this, and that was the first statement I released when it happened. Please, for the love of God, hire legit security. Not your fucking friend that has a staff shirt on. Hire people with law enforcement backgrounds. Hire bouncers at the local bar. Hire security agencies that's licensed and bonded. Have legit security, dude. You know, I was attacked by a fan last year. I don't know if you remember that or not. But, yeah, I mean, I was attacked by a fan, and the first thing I did, what did I do? You know what I'm saying? I slammed him.
You fucked him.
You know what I mean? I took him down. But even then, dude, even then, and anybody there can tell you, the boys are sitting there stomping a mud hole in this dude. He's got me by the hair. I'm getting some kidney shots. But I'm even telling the boys, y'all chill. He's old. He's old. You know what I'm saying? Because regardless if he may attack me, dude, I don't want this old man to sit there and die, bro. Right. Like, you know, over, you know, me having, I'd already took him to the ground, dude. Probably broke his hip, whatever. He's got to hold my hair, dude. I'm giving him kidney shots. So he's probably peeing blood the next day. And I'm like, dude, y'all don't beat up this guy, man. And I'm glad they did. You know what I'm saying? Like, thank you for having my back. But even then, dude, at that point, and the guy had actually attacked me, I'm saying enough is enough, guys. Don't hurt this guy too bad. You know what I'm saying? So then you got a guy that runs in there unprovoked. And I am saying unprovoked because, again, the beer can thing had happened 2 hours earlier. You shook hands. It's over. You know what I mean? It's over. When you shook hands and accepted his apology, it was over. But you're sitting there beating the fuck out of this guy, dude. And again, dude, I don't know how anybody could justify it. Not one. Like, I don't see how anybody in their right mind could say, yeah, that guy was in the right.
Do you guys see any ramifications coming down the line to the professional wrestling business as a whole?
Well, unfortunately, like I said,
you can go
it's good for business, you know,
right.
On the indie scene. Unfortunately, but it's probably going to, if anything, it's going to draw more eyes to the product.
What about,
which is, you know,
like athletic commissions getting involved and, you know, things of that nature?
Once that starts happening, all the smaller ones are going to have to shut shop, aren't they? They can't afford it. So if that shit happens, that then is going to be real bad for the industry. You know, time will tell.
Dude, look at Kentucky, man. One of the strictest athletic commissions. And you know why they have a strict athletic commission? Because that idiot, the Rotten brother, went out there and had a damn bloodbath that time, and the governor saw footage of it, and now they have the strictest athletic commissions. Dude, do you know the hell I went through to get a Kentucky physical, dude?
Tell me about it.
I'm in good shape.
Tell me about it.
So with Kentucky, bro, you have to pay the fee. I think it's like $40. You have to, you know, do all the paperwork, and then there's a special physical you have to take to the doctor, and only an MD can sign off on it. Not a PA, not, you know, no nurses, nothing like that. Has to be an, so you have to find somewhere. And most clinics don't staff an MD, you know what I'm saying? So if you don't have health insurance, dude, you've got to go try to find a clinic that has a MD on staff. Dude, the physical is crazy. They do your blood work. They give you like 4 words to remember, dude, and then like an hour later they ask what the four words are. You have to do. They do your blood pressure, dude, before, and then you have to do like 100 burpees, dude. It's like 100 squat burpees or whatever squats, 100 of them, and then they do it again. So like, if you've drunk an energy drink or anything, you're probably going to fail, dude.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Like, or if you have any, and that's all because, dude, these people don't know how to act. Even the state of Virginia, dude, which is right next door to West Virginia, they have an athletic commission, dude. It's just $40 and some paperwork, but you have to get licensed. So right out the gate, dude, at the beginning of every year, I'm invested hundreds of dollars to wrestle in 2 states if I want to wrestle in either of those states. You know what I mean? Right out the gate. Mm-hmm. Not to mention the time you have to miss from the shoot job, getting to these appointments to get the license. And then, dude, this is what tells us. If you want to run a promotion in Virginia, you have to have a special promoter's license, which is cool, I guess, because it keeps the goose out. But it's like a $1,500 right out the bat, dude. And then it's $100-something per event that you have to pay.
God.
So yeah, so I mean that's how you have to run. And it's because of stuff like this. Mm-hmm. Because too many people have been allowed in, man. And
I remember when we ran up in PA, you had to have a doctor on call the entire show, and I think the doctor was like $100 an hour. Man. Yeah.
If somebody busts me in the lip, dude, my lip starts bleeding in Kentucky, the match is stopped. Mm-hmm. There is no finish.
Really?
The match is stopped.
Because of shitbaggy and rotten. Well, you got that
it's
too.
Kind of like it's kind of like a reverse mass transit, isn't it? You know,
a reverse mass transit.
Yeah. It's like the reverse mass transit. When mass transit got in the ring, this untrained guy, and New Jack beat the fuck out of him and sliced him open that many ways he near died. You know, This time you got the guy getting in the ring, the untrained guy, but he's fucking beating the wrestler to death. You know, it's just like a mirror image of the mass transit shit. And look how much sort of attention that brought the ECW product by at the time. You know, like it fucking shot their fame to the moon. Mm-hmm. So you know, like it's like like as unfortunate it is to be the guy that says it, like that's the reality. It's good for business, like. And I have a feeling that now he's done this, he's going to be able to get a lot of work in a lot of fucking, like as Jim Cornette had put it, mud show indie promotions, you know. Because he's the guy that beat the fuck out of the guy that was all over the news and shit, you know, like.
If anybody had any,
he'll get bookings now.
If anybody had any balls, they book him in the fucking locker room would beat his ass. If it takes 3 guys,
he walked through the door, dude. I don't even know the motherfucker, dude. Don't even know him. Don't care to know him. But if I'm ever on a show with him, I'm gonna fucking try to beat his ass. It ain't gonna work good, but I mean, I'm at least gonna. And I'm fully acknowledging he's a trained MMA fighter, dude. I'm not. He could probably snap me like a pretzel, dude. But damn it, he'll know he was in a fight. You know what I'm saying?
I'll say he's got some pussy in him if he's going to hit a guy when he's out, you know. So he's got some pussy in him. He might have a shot.
Fuck.
And if the dad comes at me, I'm telling you this right now. I'm just fucking whatever, dude. You know, I'll wake up when I wake up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I fully acknowledge.
Someone should book him and just put him in a rumble.
There you go, yeah. Daniel Pewter's
someone should just book him, put him in. Yeah, put him in a exactly. Just put him in a rumble and go Daniel Pewter on him, you know. If he's dumb enough to take that booking, yeah, that's a fucking idea anyway. There's a few ways to get your own back. If it is all the work, then fucking book him in another work and turn the tables, you know. Fucking make sure he feels every part of that. Knock his fucking teeth out, turn him into a gummy ass fuck like he did to Syko Stu, man, you know. Like fucking, like that'll be the receipt. You want to talk about a receipt? Well, where the fuck, like, Syko Stu needs a receipt now, you know? He needs to knock, like, this guy needs his fucking teeth knocked down his throat. He needs to choke on his own blood, man, you know?
Fucking, it's just sad, bro. It's so sad because, like, it could have all been avoided if you don't let somebody that doesn't belong in the locker room.
Well, I tell you what, we've given that shithead, all these shitheads, enough time and energy. Since we're coming towards the end, we've already went through the majority of the show. Let's put ourselves over. Let me know what's going on, what's coming up for you guys. I'll start with you, Gideon. What's been happening lately? What's coming up on the horizon?
Oh, it's coming up on the horizon. I'm the #1 contender at the moment for the APW Heavyweight Australian Pro Wrestling. So I've got that coming up in December against Trucker Mark.
Congrats.
Thought I'd better fucking put some effort in. I'm starting to take a bit more cardio seriously and sort of watching what I eat a bit. Last time I wrestled, I was so blown up, man. I realized, I realized how out of shape I was fucking insane. So I've just been, getting sort of fit a little bit. And I stopped smoking bongs. I stopped smoking weed and ciggies. Stopped smoking bongs. I stopped drinking and doing ciggies. I'm just on the vapes now to fucking get off the ciggies. And hopefully by December when, I'm all nice and healthy, Yeah, I've just got the APW title fucking match coming up. That'll be fun. You got to just go in there and kick the fuck out of Trucker Mark and see what sort of damage I can do to the heavyweight champ, Maybe steal a win. Maybe I'll plant some brass knuckles in the turnbuckle. Maybe I won't, Who knows? Maybe I'll kick him in the ball. Something will happen. Yeah, it'll be a fun show. Other than that, I got some pet rats last night, man. 3 brothers. They've been fighting as mad as you want to talk real good wrestling. Get yourself some pet rats, man. They've been fucking kicking the crap out of each other. But yeah, other than that, I've just been sort of trying to get into a bit of shape for this fucking title match, man. And
hell yeah. Hey, man, they love the rats here in West Virginia. I tell you that. So I'm just going to put that out there, man. Yeah. The rats are very popular in West Virginia. I might be talking about a different type of rat.
Rats, mate. Yeah. What are you talking about?
What? Oh, bro.
I wouldn't know a thing about that, Spooky Lou.
Hell, I'm a married man on the outside looking in, and it's just, oh my, it's something. Jeff, whenever you come back to us,
I'm just checking my bad. I was just checking my
real professional. You act like you got.
I'm getting blown up, dude. Yeah. I had to make sure nobody needed me.
You act like you got a show tonight or something. What's Jeff? Jeff, you're in a hell of a fucking situation tonight. You got Crash Cassidy, don't you?
Yeah.
So, what's the game plan there, man? This guy's huge, Gideon. This is a
just
big tough
down,
guy.
Dude.
Okay, fair enough.
I am debuting some new boots tonight. Ooh. I have to send you a picture. You'll like them.
I like it. Hell yeah. What are you seeing at APW lately? When I was up there a few weeks ago.
Dude. That's one of my favorite places to work, man. Just because it's laid back, dude. Some of the matches could be better, and I've talked to the guys about that. But, it's giving the young guys work, getting them reps in. And I just got off a 4-day loop last week. You know what I'm saying? So, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Saturday was a steel cage.
Yeah.
In the week. So,
yeah.
And then I've got the beach show coming up Saturday down at Topsail Island. And then hopefully I'll be flying down to Tampa next week. But if not, then I've got several events. I'm double booked Friday, and then another said promotions running Tampa that I'm hoping to get on.
Dope.
So I don't want to name drop them because I just said I was going to whip Ramp, or I just said F. Mark Henry, so I don't want to name drop that. But anyway, so that's what I got, man. It's staying busy, staying consistent.
Speaking of you never know who's watching. I'll just put this out here right now, and I've reached out to the guys. Something happened last week where all of Corey Sparks' matches on the channel got hundreds of views. So maybe keep an eye on that guy. He can definitely get it done in the ring.
I do know he had a tryout with a major company. So
really?
I hope he gets it, dude. I like Corey.
Yeah, good kid, and like I say, last week the views just started pouring in. I was like, what the hell is going on?
I really like Corey, dude. He keeps his nose down. He doesn't bother anybody. He's in good shape, good gear, solid worker. Nothing bad to say about him, dude.
Hell yeah. Well, fellas, we've flown right through this. We've got about 5 minutes left. I'll start with you this time, Jeff. Any last words on the situation, on the indie wrestling scene and together? Anything you haven't been able to put out there, you just have on at it.
Just to sum it up, man, if you're going to be in the business, be able to hold your own. If your brother's getting his ass whooped, at least be able to break up a fight. Not very believable if the guy, I'm not talking about this situation. I'm talking about if the person sitting in the second row knows they can beat your ass, you're doing something wrong as a wrestler.
Okay.
We're supposed to be larger than life, dude. We're supposed to be legit tough guys. And So it put a very bad taste in people's mouths, and I was pissed, dude. Like I said, and I'm not gonna backtrack, but I just couldn't imagine, man. I could not imagine sitting there watching some guy get beat half to death, dude, and having to take him. Like I could not imagine how that must, like how I'd be able to sleep at night, dude. And I couldn't imagine being the guy that orchestrated this whole thing, saying give a receipt, or whatever. And I mean, you know, people will still go to that promotion. People still want to work there. People will still, buy a ticket there. But I think if anything, dude, it just it puts a very bad stereotype on professional wrestling because it makes us look weak. It makes us look scared. It makes us look like if any MMA person comes into our world that, we're screwed. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I mean, seriously, it makes it look like we're just in trouble, man.
Yeah,
so, I don't know.
A professional golfer doesn't even come into this world,
Yeah, I mean, it's like, damn, dude. Like, I don't understand it, man. Like, and again, I can watch the video 50 times. I'll have the same opinion 50 times. Like, so many people just prove that they ain't worth a damn, dude. I mean, and then you go you go pin the motherfucker while he's dying, dude. I mean, think of that. Like, he's sitting there flatline and you're putting a 3 count on him.
And like Gideon said, you should at least stop the match or call for a DQ if we're, kayfabing it up. I don't know.
We did. He threw up the fucking X.
But then counted the pin.
And then counted the 3 count.
I don't know. To kind of add to your point about the guys watching him get his ass beat, I remember a couple years ago, a young guy telling me that there ain't no brothers in this business. And I'll be the first one to say I'm not a worker. I understand the bond between workers, and I know I'm not in that, I'm the utility guy, whatever the fuck I am. Barely in the business at this point. But I had a situation about a month ago that made me realize, yeah, these guys aren't my fucking friends. No,
dude. And the greatest thing, Lou, and I'll tell you this, and I'm done for the day. The greatest satisfaction as a man is when somebody walks up to you in the locker room that has talked nothing but pure shit about you and extends their hand for a handshake because they are too big of a bitch to say it to your face. And I will look them in the eye and say, how you doing, man? Because I know you're a little bitch. You know what I'm saying? And that's the greatest feeling and my other greatest feeling is when people come back and tell me so-and-so said this. Well, why didn't you defend me? You just let them sit there and talk about it. So you were chiming in on it, or they felt comfortable enough to talk about it to you. Yeah. So fuck you too.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Believe me. Yep. Gideon, what do you have to add to this, my man?
I fucking completely agree, like, fucking, they've made the business look soft. They've made people look like fucking shit. They've made us look weak, made us look like that shit. They were standing around with their fucking dicks in their hand while the guy's getting murdered, man. That's beyond soft. That's fucking cowardly. It's pussy, Like, as far as it goes, like, even if you got heat with someone, like there's heaps of people I don't like in the wrestling world, and they don't like me, and I was known. But when you get in the ring, like, it doesn't matter, like, you're putting your fucking life in their hands and vice versa. Like, you leave that shit at the door. You do your fucking job. You go home, or you sort it out outside. You sort your shit out backstage, but there's none of this. It's all fucking, there is no, oh, no, you're right. There's no maybe brothers in professional wrestling like that. Everyone's fucking, they do talk shit. And as Jeff said, I love it too. I love it, man, when they talk shit and then you're backstage and they're all standing off to the side. They're not coming up to say the shit they'll talk about on the net, Then you go shake their hand. I do the same shit. I go for the handshake. Yeah, I'm fucking, cunt, you fucking slime. You got nothing to say, you little dog. It's made us look like a bunch of fuckwits, man. Honestly, I reckon they should fire that whole fucking roster, man, and hire some men. Yeah. Like some fucking men that would never let that shit happen. Like, seriously, fucking, what the fuck happened to a good old-fashioned beatdown? There's 10 guys. I still can't wrap my fucking head around it every time I watch it. I just see these fuckheads standing around in, doing nothing, man. And then, like, thank fuck for the guy with the mohawk, man. He'd be dead right now if one motherfucker didn't have the balls to go and, like, grab the guy off him.
Bro. Yeah. I want to buy that motherfucker a beer and a steak dinner. I swear to God I do, dude. I hope to book him one day.
And of all people, I don't know the guy, but I watch the YouTube channel that he's on. He's security for this prank YouTuber I watch. And I saw him, you know, do his thing. And of all people, that's the guy that fucking break it up. So, good on him, man.
Yeah, I want to book him, bro. Seriously. And that dude's cool as shit.
Yeah, and that's a good point, man. Like, somebody could have died. I mean, regardless. So, it's fucking... so stupid.
He won't be paying for a beer for a long time.
And here's another thing. Quit fucking painting your face, dude. Every fucking guy on the roster. There don't need to be 7 people with fucking face paint, dude. You look like shit. Putting face on your or paint on your face will not make you look unlike shit anymore.
Okay.
You're still shit.
Quit
putting face paint.
Okay. Now, is that on the wrestler or the promoter? Let's say that's been their gimmick for years. So is it on the promoter for booking all these face painted motherfuckers, these juggalos
face
or whatever?
Painted motherfuckers do I need on my show, dude?
You know?
I mean, seriously, how many? Okay, example, real quick. Ron Mathis, great worker, wears blue jean shorts, or used to. It works for him, dude. It gets over. So I already have my Ron Mathis, dude. I don't need 7 other motherfuckers wearing blue jean shorts. Because at that point, you're taking away from Ron Mathis' gimmick.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Good name to throw out there as well. Very good.
The difference in him and the other motherfuckers in the blue jean shorts is he can actually work.
Yeah.
It's legit part of his gimmick. Not, I didn't want to invest in my character and buy shit to look good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And I got to give it to your crew, Jeff. I was on Facebook the other day. One of them's asking about custom theme music. I forget what it was, but your trainees out there invested in themselves. And, you know, I've always been high on your guys, so you're doing something right up that way.
Because we have legit eyes on us right now, dude. Legit eyes. And they know, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just going to say this, dude. I'm in the works of bringing a major promotion to do a house show in our area, dude. And, I mean... that's a big deal, you know what I'm saying? And I'll be damned if there's going to be people out there with fucking tennis shoes and blue jean pants or whatever, dude.
And Beckley's the spot right now, man. Between you and Joe, I mean, and there's such a history with wrestling in Beckley, and you and Joe still providing it. In case y'all didn't know, September 20th, Carlito at the Mercer Mall, so get ready for that. And where's the next one? I know it's at Top Sale, but give the folks the information for this coming weekend.
It's at the Tiki Hut, Top Sale Island, Saturday night. If you're going to do a beach vacation, now time's to go. The rates are low. You know what I mean? Spend Labor Day at the beach and watch some wrestling.
Who's beating Lane Callie's ass? That's what I want to know. Who's he facing?
I think OK's working him.
Damn it. Can we book somebody big to beat his ass, man? Come on now. He can hold his own with OK. He's beating him.
I love OK.
I love him too. He was supposed to be on here with us, but he's got a show tonight. So
that kid's got more heart, dude, than anybody, man. Like, he's got a lot of heart, and I really like him. And they shit on him because of size, dude. But let me tell you something. With his frame, if he gets the right nutrition coach or whatever, he'll be deadly, man, because he can carry. I mean, he's 6 foot, what, you think 6'1", maybe 6'2", something like that? I mean,
right.
He could carry 250 pounds and still be cut up, dude. I mean, I'm 6'4", 225, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, he could definitely put on some weight, and that'll come along, dude. Yeah. Let him get older. I promise you the fucking metabolism slows.
He's going to hit puberty very soon. Yeah. I love him. I'll vouch for OK.
Once he gets in his late 20s, he will hit puberty. Just be patient.
Hey, man, slower for some folks. And another thing that works for him, he's got the head for it. He's got the mindset and everything. He can take criticism, handle criticism. So, I vouch for
It's a good feeling, dude, when you go down to Boogie's on a random Sunday and some of the kids you trained are down there and have drove 3 hours on a Sunday to go get extra work.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Well, there. We ended it on a high note, I think. I'm pretty sure. So, I don't got much to promote on the WrestleRoni. We're kind of falling off the rails lately, but that's okay. I got 2 or 3 people that come on the podcast every now and again, so I appreciate
We'll
you guys.
bring you back, dude. Don't worry about it. We'll come back.
Yeah, I wish Australia had half the scene that you guys have got over there, man. We have shows fuck all. There's very few promotions. very few gigs going on. You know, like I hope, like, you know, there's a part of me that kind of hopes that, like, you know, more people will start showing up to shows because it's like plastered all over the TV now. Maybe, you know, some more promoters will put on, but yeah, like we have like similar issues, I guess. Like a lot of guys, like I'm probably fucking. Oh, you know, I vary. Like I could wear some gear, like some nice looking gear sometimes, but lately I've got like a Ouija board fucking spray painted on the back of, you know, I've got a pretty interesting gimmick at the moment, but yeah, like I don't, I've always felt it's less about what you wear and it's just characters, you know. Like I feel like wrestling just lacks characters. I feel, yeah, you can have $1 million gear, but walk out like the most awkward cunt. You know what I mean? Like you're not rocking the crowd, you're not fucking feeding to the crowd, you're not getting them involved. You know, you're just going out there doing your match, looking at the ground. Like it doesn't matter what you're wearing. You know, like I feel like we have the opposite problem over here. People are spending too much fucking time, you know, like on what they look like and like no time on just rocking a fucking crowd. You know, like a lot of these matches, you know, like I think it's because we don't have the scene like you got in America too, where every night you're in front of a crowd, sort of boning up on your skills.
Right on.
Yeah, you just sort of take the gigs you can get. So you know, fucking,
I think
it'd be
we've
good
kind
though.
of cheated the fans, man. I think we take the fans for granted. I think we forget that this is their money been paid to watch, and that really bothers me a lot, man. Like, and I won't. I know we're pressed for time, but
We're not pressed for
like,
time. Go ahead. Shit, I need all
so
the watch time I can.
Saturday night, dude, I was on one of the worst shows I've probably ever been on talent wise. Like, if you go on that Trash Baggers page,
Okay.
the majority of that roster is on there.
Okay.
It was awful. And at first, I had like a real negative opinion. I was like, man, I was like, hang on, buddy. I was like, man, you know, it's, I see that. My kid built a tent. But anyway,
Sweet.
beside, you know, I was real negative at first. I said, you know what? These poor people out here paid to see this awful product. So I told the guy I'm working, I'm like, we're going to go tear the house down. And although the other matches may have been terrible, they are going to remember this main event and get their money's worth. And we tore it down, dude.
I'm pretty sure I know where you were Saturday, and yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
And it's nothing new for that place, so fuck them. They never paid me a dime.
Well, and the saddest part is, man, and the saddest part is I watched one of the worst matches I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Ever. I mean, ever. And that's saying a lot, dude. Told the guys who are veterans of the business as we're just there watching. We're sitting out there watching it. I told them, I said, the saddest part, dude, is these fucking goose will go to the back and their coworkers will tell them that's the best match they've had or the best match they've seen.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they go to the back, dude. And it's, oh, that was awesome. That was awesome. That was great. And dude, like right now, I have 3 cars, bro. I'm getting a gear bag out every single car I have because I got a pack for tonight. Like I treat it like a business, dude. You know what I'm saying? And these guys, again, no gear, no idea, no concept of what. Dude, the tag match I watched was so bad, bro. The baby faces were putting the heat on the heel team, dude.
Okay.
Seriously. I mean, there was the baby face bumped on the hot tag, dude.
Okay.
I mean,
I believe it.
like, I mean, and I'm sitting there like, honest to God, dude, I'm not a negative Nancy. I try not to be. I try to find the good in everything.
I feel it.
Dude, I couldn't find anything good in it.
And
Like,
they'll be booked again for the next show.
Usually I can be like, well, you at least did this right, or this was cool, but you should have did this.
Mm-hmm.
But damn, bro, I mean, fuck.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Always stick to like one basic formula, you know. The heel's on top pretty much the whole time. You give the baby face his shine, then you cut him off. You give the baby face his shine, you cut him off. Yeah, you might not even need it, you know, like it's very much like Raven psychology. Like that's what works for me, you know, that's what I've found. But it's pretty basic stuff.
The baby faces were pulling the
But-
referee during the heat, bro. Like the baby faces were pulling the referee. I'm like, my God, what has happened to this business, dude?
Oh,
I mean, At what point?
Well, they don't study the psychology, man. They just want to get their shit in. You know, they don't realize there's a fucking paying crowd there that aren't paying to see wrestling. They're paying to feel an emotion and be entertained. You know, they don't. You got to tell that fucking story. Like, and they like the baby face always wanting to be on top's a big problem over here too. You know, it's like if you're a baby face, your job's to get the cunt kicked out of you until the end, or you got no fucking sympathy. You got nothing. You know what I mean? Like. That's fucking bad. Like, over here, it's like, no, you gotta let me get my shit in, bro.
Like, Derek, so you know my finisher's the flip spear, bro. Like, that's, and I do it damn good. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So this kid goes out, this new greenhorn. During the match, he hits a flip spear twice, bro, before my match. And then never one time did he actually pin the guy after hitting the flip spear. So I'm like, well, there goes my finish for the night, dude.
I killed it. Else.
I mean, what the fuck, dude? And I mean, that's all I can say at the end of something like that is what the actual fuck just happened.
And another problem we have around here is it's not about the fans, it's the pop the boys, or not even the pop the boys, the pop your buddy next to you. It's not for the fans, it's the pop yourself. Shit.
And wash your fucking gear, dude. Have multiple sets. So when it sits in the car for a week, you can throw it in the damn washing machine.
There was a time I was recording a match ringside, and it's outside, mind you, and I could smell that shit. And I was like, come. I mean, there was 2 guys in the ring, so I don't know who to accuse. Or I would, but it was 2 guys in the ring. And when I'm outside at an outside venue, and I can smell you, get the fuck out of here, man.
Bro, because they have no, like, dude, I'm telling you, like, they don't actually care.
Look at them legs, though. That'll make everything all right. Them Jeff Paul legs.
I don't think psychology's taught. Like, I was schooled in, like, 2008.
Okay.
And, like, the whole thing was pretty much, like, most of your training was just fucking talking about psychology, you know? It'd be like a fucking hour-and-a-half session twice a week. And you'd spend probably of that 3 hours, like an hour of that just going over the fucking psychology and, you know, when to cut a shine off, like when to bring the heat, when to get the sympathy, you know. That was all really important shit. They don't talk about that anymore. They just go, like they spend more time on like where to put your foot for the fucking universal spot than that, you know, like no one gives a fuck. Like seriously, man, me and Phil Picasso can walk out in the ring, a 5-minute match, man. There was like 5 moves in it. We're just talking shit to each other, you know. Mm-hmm. And then we popped the crowd because everything that happened after that was exciting, you know. Mm-hmm. And then a guy comes out after you doing a million fucking flips to get that same reaction. Like, where's the psychology, bro? You know, I don't know.
They give too much too quick, dude. They give too much too quick. That's the problem. Yeah. There is no build-up. There is no such thing as a finishing move anymore, dude. Because some nights you can kick out of it 3 times, but then the very next night, it's the finish of the match. How's that a fucking finisher, dude?
Yeah, and that's
just
everywhere.
Decide that night not to kick out.
Yeah, that's on TV too. That's a whole big thing. That's not just West Virginia or the Indies. That's it is what it is.
I mean, you just decide that
finishes are like opening moves now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like some kind of run up and hit an RKO off the bat, and the guy will fucking just get up from that because it's the first move, you know. The guy that just got hit with it's getting up quicker than the cunt that delivered it. It's the start of the match. They're like, what are you doing, man? You know, like, take your time, man. Just fucking, I don't know. Yeah.
Fair enough.
I mean, dude, it is what it is, man. I mean...
Well, we were ending it on a positive note, and then we went back to the shit showiness of it all, but that's okay, because you know what? That's wrestling, baby.
That's indie wrestling.
Anybody got anything positive to add before I wrap this up?
Charlie Sheen.
Fair enough. I'm gonna.
Yeah, he's HIV positive, bro.
Stay positive. Go outside, man. Go outside and talk to some birds. Ground yourself, man. I'm telling you. I appreciate you both for joining me. I'll ask you to hang on the line so I can give you some tea after the you guys pay for it at home. I'll give it to you too, but you got to be a paid channel member.
Just for you.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all tuning in. We got more action from PWL coming up because they got a show coming, and I know Grace is going to be there, so we should have footage. Phil Picasso quit sending me footage from APW, so I'm sorry, Gideon. I guess we can only get you on here for the podcast. Love you though, Phil.
Damn.
Love you though, Phil.
Yeah, he's a good egg, man. He's a good egg. Yeah,
he's a good guy.
Yeah, it was heaps good meeting you too, Jeff.
Oh, you too, man. I like this guy.
Hell yeah. Well, I will ask everybody to treat each other with kindness and respect, but at the same time, don't take no shit from no one. Go out there, live your dreams, be you, be the best you can be. We're going to be back with a new Roni. Somebody going to be on here. I'll do it my damn self. I don't give a fuck. Spooky Lou loves you. We're out of here. Fucking be professional, you fucks.